Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Sunil, and total I have 8+ years of experience into IT, and I have same years like 8+ years of experience into MDM, and I have worked with Power Center and Informatica ITQ and multiple tools as well. So I have worked with MDM as well as data warehousing projects. So that was about my experience. Now let's jump ahead to the demonstration. So basically we'll be trying to cover I hope you can see this thing in the screen. Basically I'm trying to cover all of these topics. So first is map to role, then I'll tell you about the versioning prerequisite, then MDM overview, then gradually we'll go through all of these topics. So let me start with this first map to role. What this means is, so let's say if you have completed this training course successfully, then you can work as 3 years experience Informatica MDM developer. Okay, that's clear. 3 years experience Informatica MDM developer once you complete the course. Okay, so that is clear. Now coming to the versioning, there are multiple versions of Informatica MDM, but I will be training on Informatica version 10. That is the latest version in the market. So I'll not be training on older versions, but I'll tell you what are the differences between the older version and the newer version, and where do you need to be careful and all that. Okay, so that's about the versioning and the prerequisite. So there are lots of confusions among people that I mean Power Center is a prerequisite, and some say Java is a prerequisite, but that is wrong. I'll tell you clearly what is the prerequisite. The prerequisite to learn this course is SQL. Okay, you need to know SQL. You need to know something about databases like Oracle or DB2 or the MS SQL, Microsoft server, SQL server. It could be any database. So basically the prerequisite is SQL, but if you have knowledge in Java, that is going to help you. It is an added advantage, but just remember that Java knowledge is not mandatory to take this course. Okay, that's clear. Now coming to the MDM overview, here I'll go through then a slide where we'll try to understand So basically I'll go through this slide where we'll try to understand what is MDM and what is the need of MDM in the current market, and what is Informatica MDM, and what is the difference between other products and Informatica MDM. So we'll try to explore all of this in this current demonstration. So these are the 4 questions that I'll be discussing in this demonstration. So the first question is why Informatica MDM, then why MDM, and second is why Informatica MDM, and then how it is going to help all of you, and what exactly is MDM. So we move ahead to the first one, that is why MDM. So basically, if you see, there are many types of softwares, many types of software implementations like data warehouses. You have CRM systems, you have ERP systems, you have mainframe systems, OLAP, OLTP, all kinds of different systems are there. So what does this new thing, this is relatively new, it's only 10-15 years old, okay, this concept of MDM. So what does this mean? I mean, is it just as a marketing ploy, marketing strategy, or is it something useful? So we'll try to explore the importance of MDM in this page. So the first option here is multiple products. So what do I mean when I'm saying multiple products? Let's consider a company called as XYZ, and let's assume that they are selling only popcorns. That is only popcorns, nothing else. So down the line in future, so if they constrain themselves only to popcorn business, then it's most likely that they will be out of business, because they should diversify themselves into multiple areas. Okay, that is how it works, because you need to invest your revenue into multiple diverse areas to make sure that you minimize the risks. So that is what is happening with almost all the companies. So what is happening because of this is data which was previously stored in one database is now getting into multiple databases. So this is exactly where you need an MDM to integrate different bits, different instances of the customer, or you can say different duplicate customers, and to create a unique version. So basically the need of MDM will increase with in the future. Okay, and coming to this government norms. Government norms and regulations are very simple. See, all the companies, all the Fortune 500 companies, they have to send information to the government. Okay, whenever requested for auditing purposes. So basically, the government requests a 360-degree single view of the customer. Okay, for auditing purposes. So you need to implement MDM to make sure that you can abide by all those regulations and norms. So because of this, again, the people have to implement, and the organizations have to implement government norms down the line in future. That's the second point. And coming to the third point, that helps in CRM application. So CRM is customer relationship management application. So what it does basically is it creates opportunities, create different business strategies, okay, advertisements and all that, to make sure that they are retaining the current customers and they are fetching new customers, because the main strategy in business is to retain the current customers. So that is done by a CRM application. But it can only work properly if it has access to MDM. It has access to master data, then only it can function properly. So, and again, the same goes for the fourth thing, that is helps data warehouse and reporting applications. So similarly, data warehouse applications also, it helps by eliminating the duplicates. So let's take it an example. Let's say Airtel, company name Airtel and a company name Airtel India Private Limited. So actually both these two are the same companies, but if it does not have MDM solution, if your organization does not have an MDM, then it will not identify that these two are the same customers. So it will calculate the revenues and the profit and commission accordingly, I mean separately, which is something that is wrong and that will hamper your business. So what I'm trying to say here in this fourth and fifth point, the third and the fourth point is, so wherever CRM applications, data warehousing applications, reporting applications have been implemented, down the line they have to implement MDM. So again, the need for MDM is going to increase because of these reasons. Okay, and coming to the fifth point, it's very simple: stopping communication for diseased individuals. So what this means is, for persons, for people who are not who are dead. Okay, so normally, let's say if an organization does not have information that the person is not alive anymore, so they still keep on sending advertisements, emails regarding new offers and all that. So which is something wrong, because you should not do that. So this can easily be prevented using implementing an MDM solution. Okay, so basically in this page we just discuss what is the need of MDM and why do we need MDM and all that. We would like to explore more on the Informatica MDM. Informatica MDM is something, see, there are many types of MDM products. You have SAP MDM, you have SQL, you have Oracle, you have InfoSphere from IBM, you have many types of different MDM solutions. So what difference does this make? Is it just another corner in the block, or is it something different? We would like to explore the things here. The first thing to note is Informatica is the only vendor that provides all these three products, that is data integration, nothing but the Power Center, and your data quality, that is Power Center Developer, and the MDM, that is Informatica MDM. So all these three products together under the single umbrella. It's the only organization that does that. So what is it for us? What does it mean for us? What it means is, while we are creating an MDM solution, and we'll be able to exploit the features of data integration and data quality to create a robust MDM. Okay, so we create a very high performance, very efficient MDM using all of them together. That's one advantage you have. Second is scaling. So I think you are already aware of scaling software like horizontal and vertical scaling. So Informatica is prepared for both types of scaling, where if you want to add additional servers, then there will not be any customers. Okay, the same thing for if you want to add additional nodes like different hub servers or different database servers, then you can do that without decreasing the performance. That's about the second point. And coming to the third point, that is a robust matching engine. What this means is, see, matching engine is the most important part of any MDM, not just Informatica MDM. And the matching engine for Informatica is highly enhanced. You can say it's very advanced. It can recognize the patterns very easily. Let's say John and John Smith. It can easily recognize that John and John Smith are the same customers. That's the magic about this product. Okay, that's magic is nothing but the matching engine. So basically, this is a very plus point. I mean, you can say because other MDM softwares do not have this kind of matching algorithms. Okay, and coming to the fourth point, that is Informatica Corporation's investment in Siberian. Because this product was acquired by Informatica from Siberian Corporation in 2010. So since then, Informatica has been investing. I mean, has invested a lot of money. They have enhanced a lot of features, and then they are marketing it very nicely. You can see that in the forums as well. You'll see that Informatica MDM has been rated as the topmost MDM tool in the market, and these are the reasons why it has been rated as the topmost, I mean the best tool in the market. Okay. Now we have discussed on why MDM, so why Informatica MDM, and this is something how MDM is going to help all of you guys. So we've already discussed this. So the need of MDM will increase. So what will happen is, the people who have knowledge on MDM, okay, so the demand for those kinds of people will be there in the market. Basically, you can take advantage of that, and you can explore good opportunities in these areas by learning this. And coming to the last point, that is what is MDM? MDM is nothing but master data management, that is management of master data. So we'll try to understand here what is master data. So to understand master data, we need to understand what is data. So data is everything in information. So you have audio data, you have video data, you have text data, file system data. There are many kinds of data. But we are interested in data that will help an organization to grow. So basically, we are interested about relational data, about databases. I mean, relational data stored in a tabular format, that is table data. So basically, we are talking about customer data, product data, account data, contact data, addresses data, finance data, general ledger, all those kinds of different data we are talking about. So now, what is master data? We understood what is data. Now, what is master data? Let's try to understand with this example. Okay, this is a very small example. Let's consider a company called as XYZ. Okay, so let's say the XYZ is a telecom company and they are selling 3 products. That is, one is the prepaid service, another one is the postpaid service, you can see here, and another one is the internet service. So let's assume Mr. John K. Smith, he has taken prepaid database, he has taken a prepaid service, postpaid service and internet service. So his information is registered in all the 3 different databases. But you can see that his name is John. He has been registered as John in prepaid and John Smith in postpaid database and John K. Smith in internet database. This is a normal situation in any corporate, that is data possession and low data quality. This is what we call as low data quality. But this is where the MDM magic works, that is, it integrates all of this information and creates a single version of the truth. So if you have 60 different John Smith, let's say 50 different John Smith in 50 different sources, now MDM master data means a single record per customer, that is a single John Smith. So you can see the Informatica MDM hub that you are seeing here, that is basically the master record that contains correct information from all the columns. You can see the John Smith name has been taken here as a full name, whereas you can see the address has been taken from a postpaid database. Okay, you can see this. The full name has been taken from internet database, and the address has been taken from an postpaid database. So this is something that you can configure. We call this as trust, where you inform Informatica MDM Hub that the full name is more trustworthy if it is taken from the internet database rather than if it is taken from these two databases. So this is something that you can, you have to configure this. That is, we call this as the trust framework. Okay, this is what makes this product very unique. So you can choose, you have more control over the survivorship, that is which record actually survives out of this. So basically this is the master data that we are talking about, and the software that does it is called as the MDM software. Okay, so we are done with this overview part. Now let's move on to this tool overview. I'll just give a quick overview of the tool. This tool is something that you do not need to install this tool. You just need to access it via the browser. Once you do that, then a Java application will open this, and it will download the application and Java files every time, and it will do it. So you can see this. This is the window that is the version 10. It will take around 1-2 minutes to get launched because it will download it from the server. This is the tool. So this is how you log in. I'll be covering all of this, like what are all these options later in the second class, and also the architecture part I'll be covering in the first class, but not now because these are huge topics that will take around 1 hour. So you can see this is the tool. So one specialty about this tool is that you do not have multiple tools in this Informatica MDM. You just need to master this tool because this is the only tool that you have. You have another tool called as IDD, but moreover that's not that important. So this is the only tool. If you are an administrator, you use these tabs to administrate the system. If you are a developer, you use all of this modal tab to do the development. Then again, this is for administration, and this is something that is for data stewards. If you are a data steward, if you are an expert of data, then you will typically use this to manipulate the information or to manually merge the customers. There are a lot of different options that you could configure, and basically these are the tools that will be used by all of the people. Okay, so that is the beauty about this, that you do not need to let's say for Power Center Informatica, you have 4 different types of tools. If you want to create an object, you do it in one tool, and then you create a running instance in another tool, and then you monitor the job in another one, and then you import those objects in another tool. So this is not the case here. You create the objects here, you export the objects here, you run the objects here. So it's very simple. It's a single interface. So that's about the tool. It was a quick overview of the tool, and quickly I'll go through the assignments that I'll be giving. So you can see that I have designed this class. Like at the end of every class, there will be assignments that will help you to understand this Informatica MDM in a practical manner, not just in theoretical manner. So you will get access to this tool. Okay. So once you get access to this tool, then I'll be giving you assignments, and you should work on those assignments. That will what happens is, let's say if you successfully do these assignments, then this will help you in while you are in a project, right? You can easily correlate these assignments with your real-time project activities. So that's very simple. And I'll quickly go through the materials that I'll be providing. You can see there are lots of PPTs. I'll be providing you these PPTs. These PPTs are very good PPTs. Okay, these are exhaustive PPTs. You have multiple, around 6 PPTs I have. So you can see this. It contains detailed information about with example. You can see this. It contains nicely. It has been explained what are all the different options, different topics, and all that. Okay, you can easily see this. So this document, this PPT I'll be providing you this PPT. This is an exhaustive PPT that explains the matching component and everything in a detailed manner. You can see it's over 80 pages. So you have similarly these documents, and apart from that, there are other PPTs, and apart from that, I'll also provide you this documentation about this product. With you can see this. This is one administrator guide that contains over 600 plus pages. So you can get all information here. This is an important and it's a good guide. Similarly, you have other guides as well. Okay, so as well as other guides that I've collected from different websites from Informatica support. I have got this, so I'll share you these things. So basically, these are the materials that I'll be providing you, and also case studies. Like we'll have case studies where we'll try to understand different scenarios that where to implement MDM and all that. Okay, so these case studies will study them in a detailed manner in the class. Course contents are something that I think you're already aware. You would have seen that in the website. So basically, this is the course contents. The speciality of this course content is I'm not skipping anything. So you can see, like, I'm covering Informatica MDM from beginning to the end. Okay, the message queues normally people do not cover this message queues. Ideally, I will be covering. People will normally cover this from a development point of view, and also cover this how to configure that. That is from admin point of view. And this I practically show you how to post messages using SIP. Okay, hierarchy management will try to configure this. That is, will learn it from development as well as admin point of view. So wherever, basically this is a development course, but wherever it's needed, I'll go through the admin part as well, so that you can understand this in a better manner. And finally, there is the last session. There will be a special session for question answers, where if you have any question answers, basically that whole session will be for question and answers. You can ask all types of questions, and I'll answer in that particular session. And yeah, of course, I'll also answer questions at the end of, every class whenever you have doubt. That's fine. Now, also I have collected interview questions from different like people from different trainees who have attended the interviews. So I have collected them, and I'll discuss these questions in the last class, end of the class. So that is, yeah. So basically that is it about the demonstration. I am done with my demonstration.